The MAHA campaign and the FDA's proposed ban on food dyes, influenced by RFK Jr., have been in the spotlight lately. If you're not familiar with the recent developments in the food dye discussion, let's bring you up to date. The Food and Drug Administration is progressing towards implementing a ban on certain food dyes by the end of 2026. This means that food and beverage manufacturers will need to reformulate their products to remove these dyes. Currently, the ban is voluntary for food and drink brands, but this may change as we approach the 2026 deadline, which is the FDA's target. In response to the FDA's announcement, several restaurants have shared their plans to phase out food dyes. For instance, Culver's has begun reducing the use of these dyes, while some other companies have already eliminated them entirely from their offerings. Food dyes aren't essential, yet they're included purely for visual allure. Imagine a grape-flavored drink without its signature purple hue. Chick-fil-A opts for vegetable juice as a natural coloring in some of its menu options, although it hasn't eliminated dyes entirely. Some menu items contain dyes in unexpected places, prompting the question of whether they are truly necessary. Next, we'll explore the Chick-fil-A menu items that contain banned dyes. I was surprised to find banned dyes in this product. While colored drinks and desserts are expected, dye in the chicken itself is unusual. The only issue is yellow MAHA, which is found in the paprika seasoning of the chicken patty. Fortunately, this dye is only present in the spicy version and not in the regular chicken sandwich. To comply with FDA regulations, Chick-fil-A could simply switch to paprika that doesn't contain dyes. This shouldn't be too surprising, as it's essentially the same as the chicken sandwich, but served on a biscuit to give it a breakfast twist. Once again, the issue is the yellow number 6 in the paprika, which makes it clear where adjustments can be made in the future to align with any potential food dye bans. If you're a fan of the peach milkshake, there's good news: it's an easy fix to enjoy. The milkshake itself doesn't contain any banned dyes. However, the maraschino cherry on top does include red MAHA. Simply remove the cherry or request that it not be included, and you'll have a milkshake that complies with FDA regulations. You might be picking up on a pattern here. The cookies and cream milkshake is traditionally served with a maraschino cherry. By opting out of the cherry, which contains red MAHA, you can enjoy the shake without any concerns. Some chocolate syrups and sauces use red MAHA for added color, but Chick-fil-A does not include it in their products. The real issue with red MAHA arises in the maraschino cherry, as real cherries do not naturally have such a bright hue. Chick-fil-A doesn't add any red dye to their milkshake base. Instead, they use fruit and vegetable juice to naturally enhance the strawberry color. However, the maraschino cherry on top does contain red MAHA. There are dye-free options available for maraschino cherries, so it will be interesting to see if Chick-fil-A decides to switch to those in the future. Rest assured, this is the final milkshake on our list. Unlike some ice cream flavors, vanilla ice cream typically doesn't contain food dyes. However, the maraschino cherry on top remains the only potential source of banned dyes. Back in 2013, Chick-fil-A took significant steps to address the presence of dyes in its sauces. As reported by NBC News towards the end of that year, the company removed yellow dye from one of its soups, opting instead for turmeric, and committed to making all its sauces and dressings dye-free. While you might still find ingredients like caramel color, annatto, and beet juice used for coloring, none of these are on the banned list. Interestingly, beet juice serves as a fantastic natural alternative to red MAHA, and it's hoped that more manufacturers will embrace this option. Chick-fil-A is performing admirably with regard to the removal of banned dyes. By choosing paprika without dye for their spicy chicken patties and transitioning to natural, dye-free maraschino cherries, they are aligning well with the FDA's regulations on dye bans. The FDA's decision to ban dyes is a significant step, and it's important to consider its impact on the food industry. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to The Coconut Mama on YouTube at youtube.com/thecoconutmama for more.